The phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, pulling me out of my thoughts. I glanced at the screen. Unknown number. Normally I wouldn't answer, but something about the way it kept ringing, insistent and unrelenting, made me pick up. "Hello?" I said, my voice cautious. "Hi, is this Claire?" "Yes, who's this?" There was a pause, a breath, and then the words that would change everything. "This is Emma. I'm the woman your husband has been seeing." My stomach dropped. The room spun. I gripped the edge of the counter to steady myself. Emma. The name I'd seen on his phone weeks ago. The name I convinced myself was just a coworker, a friend, anyone but this. "Why are you calling me?" My voice trembled, but I forced it steady. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of hearing me break. "I needed to talk to you," she said, her tone earnest. "I know this is insane, and I'm sorry, but I couldn't keep this to myself anymore. I needed to thank you." "Thank me?" The words didn't make sense. My husband had been lying to me, betraying me, and this woman, this stranger, was thanking me. "Thank me for what?" I snapped, my anger flaring. "For being so strong," she said quietly. "For being the kind of woman who makes it impossible for him to forget what he's losing." I froze. Her words were like a punch to the chest, knocking the air out of me. I wanted to scream, to hang up, to demand answers from my husband, but I couldn't move. Emma continued, her voice breaking. "I thought he loved me. I thought what we had was real. But every time he was with me, he talked about you, about how you'd built a life together, how you'd supported him through everything. He even kept a picture of you in his wallet. I didn't understand it at first, but now I do. He loves you, Claire. He's just lost." Tears streamed down my face, hot and furious. I didn't know whether to cry for myself, for her, or for the mess my husband had made of all our lives. "Why are you telling me this?" I whispered. "Because I realized I was just a distraction," she said. "And because I couldn't live with myself knowing I was part of hurting someone like you. You deserve better than this, you both do." The call ended, leaving me in silence. I sat there for what felt like hours, my mind racing. Anger, pain, confusion, they all swirled inside me like a storm. But beneath it all, there was something else, clarity. When my husband came home that night, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I simply handed him the phone, showed him the call log, and said, "We need to talk." The conversation that followed was brutal. He admitted everything: the affair, the lies, the guilt that had been eating him alive. He begged for forgiveness, but I didn't give it to him. Not then. Instead, I took control. I told him I needed space, time to figure out what I wanted. I moved into the guest room, started seeing a therapist, and reconnected with friends I'd neglected. For the first time in years, I put myself first. Months passed. My husband and I talked, really talked, about what had gone wrong. We went to counseling, worked through the pain, and slowly began to rebuild what we'd lost. It wasn't easy, and there were days I wanted to walk away. But in the end, I realized I wasn't staying because I was afraid to leave. I was staying because I still loved him, and because he was willing to fight for us. As for Emma, I never heard from her again. But in a strange way, I was grateful to her. Her call had been the wake-up call I needed, not just about my marriage, but about my own worth. Today, my husband and I are in a better place than we've ever been. The scars are still there, but they've healed. And I've learned that sometimes, the most painful moments can lead to the greatest growth. So, Emma, if you're here and listening to this, thank you.